Welcome to the Autism ADHD Podcast. It's the place to be for neurodiversity-affirming parents and professionals. I'm your host, Holly Blanc Moses, the mom neurodivergent therapist. Here we chat about emotional regulation, mental health, social support, executive functioning, learning, and more, all aimed at empowering us to support kids and teens with compassion and understanding. I'm thrilled that you joined me today, and I've got some pretty exciting news to share with you. For those rock star therapists listening right now, I've created continuing education training that is tailor-made for you. Take a deep dive into cutting-edge strategies that you can start using today. The CEs you've wanted for so long are finally here. Go to hollyblancmoses.com/CE training and sign up. You are going to love it. The link is also available in the show notes. Now, if you are a parent or educator listening and you know a therapist or a psychologist that is passionate about supporting kids and teens, I greatly appreciate it if you could pass on this great news. Thanks so much again for your support, and let's get started. Welcome everyone to the Autism ADHD Podcast. It is that time of the year in the school year where things are settling in and we're starting to see where kids may need more support. I wanted to let you know about a free resource that I have for you. It's called the Getting to Know My Child Snapshot. When the boys were in school, they would not be able to communicate what they needed exactly in the way that other people expected, and their behavior was often misunderstood as rude or purposely disruptive, that type of thing. So I put together this form for our own family, and I know so many other people need it as well. Teachers really want to know more about how they can help their students, and parents know their kids better than anyone. I also know as a parent, we have no time to basically do anything. So I wanted to make it accessible. I wanted it to be completed in less than 5 minutes. Teachers are so busy. If they could see the most important information in 1 minute, literally to read it, it is going to help everyone. Most importantly, the student. Getting to Know You PDF, it's a fillable guide, and I put the prompts in for you, which makes it even easier to fill out. At the top, Dear Blank, so this would be the name of the teacher. Our family is excited you'll be working with our child. I just wanted to take this opportunity to help you get to know them. The more you know about them, the more successful they'll be. Sometimes our child's neurological differences can cause challenges for them. Basically, you fill in their diagnosis that they are an autistic student, they're an ADHDer. This can be really helpful. Yes, we have IEPs and 504s, but they can be pretty long, and the teachers are trying to remember all of these things for all of their students, and it is not easy. In my opinion, the easiest way to present the most important information in one place. Now, the second row reads, a way to start a relationship with our child is to ask them about their interests, which are, and then you type a sentence about what your child enjoys. We know for neurodivergent kids, when someone talks with them about their interests, they can feel so much better. It can take down their anxiety. This can open up all kinds of possibilities, like maybe talking about it in class, maybe identifying other kids in class that may share that same interest. There are so many lovely things that can come out of this. Because we know when a child knows a lot about their interests, they feel good and confident talking about it. In the next section, our child gets so excited when others notice and praise their strengths. Their strengths are, and putting in your child's strengths, maybe they are really fast runner. Maybe they enjoy math and science. Maybe they're very curious about certain subjects. Maybe they're very creative and they love to create and build things. This helps the teacher pinpoint in a busy classroom what they can notice about that child's strengths. In this section, I want to make sure I mention that some children are not comfortable with praise, and that's okay too. That would be important to put in this section. My child does not like praise. It actually makes them quite uncomfortable, but this is a way you can show them that you notice their strengths. On to the most important part on here. Sometimes challenges look like bad behavior, but it actually could be. And there's a blank there for you to fill in. What I noticed in my last 28 years of working with neurodivergent kids and teens, and also being a person myself who has experienced these things, more often than not, the behavior of our kids is misinterpreted. Someone might think that their behavior is rude or disrespectful, that kind of thing, and they can get in trouble at school. The vast majority, hundreds and hundreds of kids that I've worked with, it's usually anxiety. That's what it is underneath. It could be anxiety related to a learning difference that's unidentified or identified and just not adequately supported with accommodations. It could be a social misunderstanding where they are confused and anxious and they feel threatened in some way. It could be that they are having a difficult time even starting an assignment. Maybe they put their head down, maybe they're making noises, grimacing. It could be that they're not sure how to start. Those are executive functioning differences. They're afraid that they're going to fail. All of these things are happening for them, but they have trouble communicating that. Another thing I often hear about school, specifically with ADHD, is that kids will not have heard the instructions. I know this happened to me all the time at school and I would get in trouble. They don't know the instructions. They did not hear the instructions or they didn't understand them. And they may say, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do, or I didn't hear the instructions. And they may be told, I gave the instructions already. You should know them. I'm not going to repeat them, or you should have listened the first time. And this could definitely cause a meltdown. So it's this big misunderstanding. Kids that are neurodivergent, their brains are so busy. Mine is also very busy. It interrupts itself. And everything in that classroom has equal value in attending to it. Imagine a noise in the hallway has equal attention than the teacher's instructions, or someone, dropping something in the back of the class that has equal value as far as what they can attend to. It is really hard. They're not saying, I don't care about the teacher's instructions. They're actually saying that my brain is racing and everything is fighting for attention. That's excellent for the teacher to know. This child actually does need it repeated, or I need to show them, because a lot of kids learn that way. I need to show you how to do the first one. That can be a game changer. That can be a meltdown preventer right there. Then the last part, some of the best ways to support our child is, and there's so many lovely things you can put in here. What comes up for me is listen to them, believe that this is their perspective, and be supportive. Be very mindful of your nonverbal behavior. I know a lot of kids will tell me, oh, the teacher looks annoyed when I ask a question, so I don't want to annoy the teacher. But I also don't know what to do with my work. So again, one page, parents can provide the most helpful information about their child in less than 5 minutes with all the prompts in there. It is ready. It's a fillable PDF. You can send it to the teacher by email. You can print it out if you like. Teachers want to know more about how they can support neurodivergent kids, and this is an excellent way to help them. You can go down in the show notes and grab those links. Again, totally free. There's separate links, one for the parent, one for the teacher, and one for a therapist that wants to use this Get to Know My Child form. And it's not just for teachers. You can use it for tutors, coaches, sitters, anybody who is going to be interacting with your child. So it ends up being a smoother interaction for everyone. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Take care. If you found this podcast helpful, I greatly appreciate it if you could take a second to give it a 5-star review. With your positive feedback, I can continue bringing you free, valuable information. As an extra thanks to you for sticking around, there are special gifts waiting for you in the show notes. You'll find links to free resources on supporting neurodivergent kids and teens with social interaction, emotional regulation, and more. So come on down to the show notes and get your free resources. Take care, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
All content provided is protected under applicable copyright, patent, trademark, and other proprietary rights. All content is provided for informational and educational purposes only. No content is intended to be a substitute for professional medical or psychological diagnosis, advice, or treatment. Information provided does not create an agreement for service between Holly Blanc Moses, Crossvine Clinical Group, the interviewee, Holly Blanc Moses LLC, and the recipient. Consult your physician regarding the applicability of any opinions or recommendations with respect to your symptoms or medical condition or the symptoms or medical condition of your family member. Children or adults who show signs of dangerous behavior toward themselves and or others should be placed immediately under the care of a qualified professional.